There are 20 to 30 upgrade items in total. And the cost isn't low either. What are you feeling right now? Can you feel your budget burning up? Guys, today a bike arrived at our shop from Inner Mongolia. A Ducati Panigale V4S that traveled a long way to get here. The final generation single-sided swing arm version. The owner has been following us for a long time. He often watches our videos. He recognizes our attention to detail and our attitude toward the work, and confidently put this bike in our hands. To be upgraded, many riders think that installing parts is just turning a few screws, and swapping parts isn't a big deal, but it's often the simplest looking work that really tests a shop's skill. Handing a bike over to us is the same as putting your riding safety in our hands. Handing over the vehicle is also a commitment to safety. I'm sure many of you have seen serious accidents caused by improper installation before. So we recommend that, budget permitting, you always find a professional, responsible shop. At this point our disassembly work is complete. Next up is the upgrade process for this Ducati Panigale. A lot of you don't understand why, after upgrading the calipers, you'd also need to upgrade the brake pads at the same time. It's because the friction rating of the stock pads that come with the calipers is relatively low compared to racing brake pads, which have a higher coefficient of friction. This is also a way of further optimizing the braking system, increasing the friction coefficient and shortening stopping distance. Riders often ask me whether their bike really needs upgrading, and struggle with how to do it. So here I want to talk about this topic with everyone all at once. First of all, stock bikes all meet basic riding and safety standards. If you want a more personalized look, or want to boost overall performance, that's when targeted upgrades are worth it. As for the specific plan and budget, we draw on our professional experience combined with your riding needs and budget to recommend a sensible upgrade plan for you. Take brake system upgrades, for example. They're essentially about adding an extra layer of protection while riding. Should a sudden emergency happen, a well-optimized braking system could very well be your last line of defense at a critical moment. Guys, the clutch we're installing on this Ducati today, along with the clutch lever, is once again from the Italian brand Accossato. The owner had a few specific requests for us, and in the end went with this forged clutch lever. We also looked at other brands, not because those brands aren't good enough. We often recommend Brembo to you all, along with other world-class brands. So why in the end did the owner still choose this master cylinder and clutch lever? First, the owner really loves this silver color, and the bike is covered in shiny silver MC parts. Among the brands currently on the market, this one's shape and surface finish are a cut above the rest. Looks-wise, there's no question about it. The lever also has multiple adjustment modes, plus lever reach adjustment, whether for casual riding or track riding. It's a great choice either way. The price is also fairly reasonable, so at this price point it's a solid option. After removing the clutch cover, we found that the oil seal inside had probably not been installed properly before and had become damaged. So next we'll replace it with a brand new oil seal. A reminder to all technicians: after removing the clutch side cover, always make sure to check the oil seal. Installing the oil seal is not something to be careless about. Once the seal is damaged, it can allow engine oil to leak into the clutch housing. Take good care of these components to avoid unnecessary failures and hidden risks. Guys, this Ducati Panigale V4S from Inner Mongolia has, after a while of upgrading, now been delivered back to the owner. The upgrades on it are quite extensive. Performance, braking, and looks have all seen big improvements. There are 20 to 30 upgrade items in total. And the cost isn't low either. As always, I'll say it again, as long as you're not getting ripped off. Nothing that costs money fails to deliver what you paid for. Let me go through and walk you through this bike's upgrades one by one. First, both the master cylinder and clutch went with this same brand, which improves both looks and performance. The bike's HEL steel braided lines, plus the blue brake calipers, also went with this Brembo M series caliper. The shark fin style design boosts performance, while also looking really sharp. The brake pads were also upgraded to AP Racing's racing pads, which effectively raised the friction coefficient. Speaking of friction coefficient, the brake discs and tires are also essential components. For tires, we went with Pirelli's SC Spec full racing slicks. The brake discs also come from the World Superbike grade brand, featured here, which offers more personalized color options, adding an extra layer of safety as well. The suspension was also upgraded to Motocourse nitrogen-charged fork. The looks are beyond question. The top triple clamp and reservoir also came from this same brand. Guys, if anyone knows the price range on these two reservoirs, drop it in the comments. The switch/control components were also upgraded from the Italian brand Jet Prime. This multifunction switch is also the choice of top World Championship race teams. The clutch was also upgraded to the classic STM SBK30 slipper clutch. This one shows up so often that it even comes as standard on the factory Panigale V4SP. So this is basically an OEM spec option. For the foot pegs, the owner wanted a black and red color scheme, so we installed a set of this brand's adjustable rear set foot pegs, along with a WSBK spec radial brake master cylinder, and a CNC machined P2 rear caliper. What are you feeling right now? Can you feel your budget burning up? And there's still so much more, guys. K&N's high-flow air filter, high-performance coolant, plus red coolant hoses throughout the bike. And then there are the parts so understated, you wouldn't even notice them without a close look. Black titanium and gold anodized bolts throughout the bike, CNC machined black rear wheel hub nuts, and various bodywork fasteners throughout. We also added a lot of optional carbon fiber parts. Guys, just the carbon fiber parts alone that we upgraded on this bike could buy you a whole 400 cubic centimeters motorcycle. That's it for today's video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Follow me to learn more racing know-how.